Hi there guys, Lord Fudger here, and welcome to episode 2 of the Let's Play in Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond
Pardon me, I
Earth.
may be able to assist you.
So then, let me just... there we are. Excellent. Get rid of all of those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rightio, so I'll continue through on the next few turns. As you can see, last episode we established this trade route with the colony of Palatine. Currently it's tier 1, so I'll explain to you what that means. So, as you know in Civilization 5, trade routes lasted a set number of turns, depending on their game speed. So, at the end of each trade route, you have the opportunity to renew that trade route. And every time you renew a trade route with one of these stations, it increases in tier, and therefore its bonuses increase too. So early game this is quite useful, making your first maybe 2-3 trade routes to get up to tier 3, but then once you start realising the benefits of trading with other civilizations, or indeed trading inside your own civilization, it very much becomes redundant, and I think the game could really benefit from exploring that more in a potential DLC that it might do in the future. But we'll leave that trade route running for now. Let's see what it is giving us at the moment. So it's providing 4 culture, which is brilliant. Obviously, playing as this faction, as Franco-Iberia, we want to build up that culture so that we can get as many of these virtues as possible. Because obviously getting every 10 virtues, we get a free tech. So the more virtues, the better. We can keep up to date with technology as well. So we'll focus on culture at the moment. Throw everything at culture, culture, culture. Rightio, so our worker, let's see what he's done. So he's just gone and built a pasture on that chitin, so that's increasing its production rating, and I'll just bring him back here to get some more farms. Now there is a wonder, and I'll just find it for you. So if I click on the tech web and go over to genetic design here, you can see here I have the ectogenesis pod. So you can see all farms produce +1 food. So if you get this wonder, along with vertical farming in the top left here, farms are producing +2 food, which means you can be getting up to 5 or even 6 food off each tile, and that is incredible. That allows you to make big cities, and my gameplay style, and I recommend this for anyone who likes to play culturally in all civilizations, is to make big cities with lots of culture as opposed to making lots of smaller cities. So I'm going to send my worker over here, go construct a farm. So you can see we do have a bit of alien presence here as well. We even got a siege worm. Now that's a very powerful alien unit where I don't really want to be getting involved with him. I'm just thinking now where I'd like to put my next city. Now I do quite like to go down the harmony affinity, so what I'm thinking is, due to the fact that we've got 3 lots of xenomass here, is to put my next city just in that tile there, giving us access to all of those. And the xenomass is used for late game units. I'll explain that in a bit, but you can see there's a fair bit of miasma on there. Hopefully we can clear that. But without further ado, let us hit that next turn button. So let's see what's going on. Oh, we just got planetary survey. So, yep, that means units can embark. It's very much like optics was in Civilization 5. And we can also develop a virtue. So, what we're thinking of, our health is currently at 5, and you can see, as well as going down knowledge, one more in knowledge will give us +10% culture. So we'll go with that for the moment, and then I think we'll go down prosperity for a little bit. Get that 10% food bonus, and that 10% production bonus. Go down those two. That'll give us a synergy bonus in the left-hand column here along the tiers, and then we'll continue working down our knowledge tree, which of course gives us that cultural benefit as well, and we get to choose some new research, so even better. Now you can see here, what I like to do after going down genetics is to go towards chemistry. You can see it's got a recycler, so that gives you +2 production in the city, and especially when founding new cities, it's important to get that production rate up to as high as possible so you can start producing those buildings to give those benefits. So I'm going to go straight to chemistry. It does also reveal petroleum and gives you petroleum wells. So petroleum is similar to oil was in Civilization 5. It's used by a lot of orbital units, and as well as providing you with the petroleum or the oil that's on there, it does provide negative health benefits. So you need to make sure your health is nice and high before you can start looking at petroleum. So we'll just hit that next turn again. I'll just mute the mic one sec while I just give a big cough. Yeah, sorry about that. So now that we've got our worker back in the local territory, we'll put farm down on that tile. Trade route still running. Where's our explorer going? So we've explored a bit of this. Before he goes over to that island, I'm just going to send him down south here. Let's take a look at what's going over there. Okay, and we've got alien nests here as well, so we're probably going to have to deal with that in some time. It's all very well just letting them grow. So at the moment we are building a cyto nursery, so they give us a bit of bonus health, and we've got a new station way out over there. So then We don't really want to attack them just yet. We want to get a couple of soldier units first, make sure we have a military presence before we start angering units. Oh, whoa, that's... Well, two things actually. So that city is coming quite close to where we want to put our next one. So that's going to be a bit of tension between us two over this plot of land. But I'm intent on getting that. So what I may do is right away. How many turns? 8 turns to build a colonist. Okay, I'm going to go for the farmer lab first, and then hopefully we've got 4 turns till we can get the fragility. Yeah, we'll let this level up, and then we'll build a colonist, get him settling there, build some troops, and hopefully clear the aliens from the local area. This siege worm, I really hope it doesn't get close. Siege worms destroy anything on a tile that it decides to travel into, so hopefully it doesn't start travelling into our lands and destroying our lovely little improvements there. Let's hit the next turn, see where he travels. Thankfully, he's skirting along our borders. Don't really want to engage him. You can see we do next to no damage to the siege worm. 60 strength there, so really only late game units can tackle one of those. And hopefully that farm is produced. It is indeed, and the siege worm is moving away. And who's landing here? Don't worry, that's on the other continent. See, this is why I like having that coastal, reveals all coastals. And it's Brasilia. And that's why I like having this coastal view. You can see that we got the 2 main islands, and that we really need to gain domination on the, the eastern side of this island. So maybe another city up here once this trade route becomes obsolete. And then one further one down there. And I'm not really a big fan of making many cities. I think 3 will be plenty in order to win the game in terms of a harmony victory, which is a transcendence victory. You build the mind flower, and that gives you access. It's some kind of weird Avatar crap. It's the best way I can think of describing it. It's where you and the planet become one. All this hippie bullshit. But anyway, we'll play on and hopefully we can continue down that harmony level. So we finished chemistry, we can build that recycler. We won't do that yet. First thing we're going to do is choose a new technology. And what we really want, we want to get this ultrasonic fence, because that keeps aliens away from our city. So we'll go get that ultrasonic fence. Now that'll keep that siege worm away. That'll even keep all of these units, all these alien units there, away from our city. You can see these are getting rather close, a bit too close for comfort there. Okay. Let's see if they decide to attack. Okay, they're really coming into our borders now. And we can develop another virtue. So we'll go for the fragility, and we'll get 10% production bonus to building. So we use that affinity level there, 1 free virtue. So the next one is 10% production in capital, 10% energy in capital. So that's quite useful, but you can see we need another 3, and I'd rather spend those going down the knowledge tree than I would going across the tier 1 levels. So if we continue now, our explorer is down here, and we can send him exploring once more. So we got, again, a lot of floatstone down here, which is again a bit of a late game, my goodness, that is a lot of floatstone. That would be a fantastic place to plonk a city down. Another late game, god damn it, resource. So that's used by purity level. I don't really go down purity, it's rather aggressive. I prefer myself as a passive player of the game. So then we've finally finished that, and we can get building on our colonist. We'll build a colonist straight away. So 8 turns until we build a colonist. Got enough health. And who's landing here then? So right, we've got 3 on the other one, 2 on our continent, and is that? Ooh, close that. The Protectorate. And do we have one down there as well? Let's take a look. No, we don't. Just over free land on ours, along with us. And they have a soldier unit, and look who are. Right here, let's take a look. So these alien units really not doing anything to us at the moment. Oh, and another civilization. You can see this staggered starts means that you would naturally, as a human player, get a bonus against those. And we've got the Pan-Asian Cooperative. Excellent. So that should be nearly all civilizations on the map. And let's continue making these farms. So I really want to build up that farming base, allow us to build Lacur as big as possible. Bigger is better in civilization. And another station discovered. Not really too interested. Ah, thank goodness. We have got an ultrasonic fence, vivarium, which is again very useful, gives you more food in your city, and a miasmic repulsor. So that's an orbital unit that removes miasma from an area underneath it. So wherever you position it, all the miasma beneath it will disappear. And now that we can build that, I feel that the best thing we can probably get is this one here, Harmony Affinity, and it allows work and miasma immunity as well as the ability to clear miasma. So right now in this early game we don't like having a lot of miasma around. It damages our units, but you can see if we get our harmony level up to level 6, units actually heal in miasma, and you can get upgrades to use miasma to your benefit. And that's the intent of what I'm going to try and do with this cultural here. So we can take a look. So we can either get +1 science, but I think 1 health is far more useful. +1 health from Farmer Labs is definitely up there, because health, as soon as you get that over 10, the bonuses start coming in. And there we go, another station has formed. So if we just hit the next turn again, that siege worm still lingering around our borders. Aliens are all here. There's a lot of aliens. Really do need to deal with this alien nest. But I want to get that city founded before this fella starts expanding too much. So let's take a look, and he's completed that farm, and we can keep moving him round. Oh my goodness, it looks like one of our trade units was actually destroyed by an alien, which is unfortunate. As soon as we get that ultrasonic fence, we can have the option in one of the quests to allow trade units to remain immune. So let's take a look. I think +1 production as opposed to military units. There we are, +1 production from Cyto Nurseries. And next turn we're going to go get our colonist, and I'm going to put him right where I said I was, continue down that harmony tree. So then, let's click on the colonist, send him this way, and he's on his way. Let's see the production now. So, we want to get that ultrasonic fence up and running. So that's 5 turns for the ultrasonic fence, clear all the aliens outside of the lands near us, and keep them away. Hopefully that means we can keep the trade route safe as well. So now the colonists are moving on. Explorer just exploring the south there. I don't believe units will attack colonist alien units. Again, like I said earlier, it's all about not attacking the aliens. Aliens won't attack you. You're trying to get that symbiosis where you can live together in harmony. So -10% culture or generate extra gold equal to the culture. So we go for the -10% culture. We want those virtues coming in as quickly as possible. So now if we just count through our virtues, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more and we'll get a free technology. And let's take a look. We want +1 production from trade depots. I think production is more important than gold, because once you get those trade routes set up, it really just comes into its own. And here we are. So again, don't worry about sending him through miasma. So long as they're not in miasma for more than 8-9 turns, it should be absolutely fine. So here we are. Send them forward 1, and we'll found an outpost there, and we have our first soldier unit. So I'm just going to put him inside prosperity at the moment, just to look out for any alien units. Again, worker continue getting him to be making those farms. So the augmented. Okay. Do we continue their research and application of augmentation, or do we seek to restore the augmented to their humanity? So, I choose supremacy over purity, purely because the benefits of supremacy, such as roads, do not cost any energy to maintain, are extremely useful. Next, so when we get alien biology, we will get harmony affinity. We will get level 1 in harmony affinity. Okay, so these soldiers are still clear here. And we can just keep them there for the moment. In fact, we might send them onto that hill over there just so they can see. So again, if you didn't know, putting units on hills increases their sight range. Forest decreases their sight range. So putting units, explorer units onto hills initially is particularly useful. It allows you to get a good scope and understanding of the area around you. Right here, we'll just put him on alert for the moment. And we've built that ultrasonic fence. Now you can see all the aliens are now out of our area. What we're now going to create, I think we are going to recreate a trade convoy and get trading once more. So let's take a look. What does Farbase 1 give us? 2 energy and 2 science. And Palatine still gives us 4 culture. So I think we're going to stick with Palatine. See, that loss of culture is particularly annoying at the moment. And let's take a look. Choose production. We'll build a recycling, now give us that production bonus. So now we can establish trade route to Palatine, and off we go, getting that culture bonus again. Now what I may do is just send that soldier unit up north just to check on the trade convoy. Oops. Meant to click on the soldier first. My bad. Anyway, we'll just keep sending that guy through. Okie dokie then. Now let's take a look. So what we've done in just this little bit here, found a new city, got our trade routes back up and running, and increased our harmony affinity. So now I think Once I explain to you this affinity, I'll be good time to call the episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. But you can see level 1 harmony reached. So alien aggression levels return to neutral twice quickly, and new upgrades available for your unit. So you can see what I now mean when I said in the last episode about affinity increasing, affecting your unit. So now you can see my soldier has turned into a marine, and you can select the perk. So you can have a 15% bonus when attacking, or plus 5% heal when not embarked. I think the heal is more useful, especially when the miasma is not on our side yet. We'll just confirm that for the moment. And you can see, depending on your level of affinity, in which affinity you can get different bonuses. So you can see this one here, 30% in miasma when attacking and defending, particularly useful, especially when you can decide where to put miasma. That's an extremely powerful bonus to have. So let's choose the research now. So what we're probably going to go for is engineering, get that thorium reactor, get a bit of gold. You can see we're not earning any gold. As soon as we build that thorium reactor, we'll be getting up to plus 5 gold, which is absolutely fantastic, just what we're looking for. So then, another station discovered, Keokugan. It looks like that one's going to be the next one we want to trade to. I'll wait for that recycling plant to be finished, and then I'll call the episode here. So let's see, those aliens staying away with that ultrasonic fence, and a deorbit is imminent. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will catch you in the next one, where we will continue all the way up to turn 75, 80, hopefully. But hopefully you're beginning to understand the basic gist of Civilization Beyond Earth. It is a lot of new concepts, a lot of new stuff to understand, and please do subscribe if you are interested, or leave a comment down below if you're wondering what else could be done in this game. But I hope I've been of use, and I'll see you in the next episode.